Hey everyone, I am here. Oh, I had a Millie on my lap, but alas, no longer. How are we all doing? How are we all doing today? Let me get that. I'm so sorry. I would love to bring back the cat. She really did want some cuddles, and she was making lots of please cuddle me noises. She came on my lap for about 30 seconds and then went nah. How we doing though? How's it going? Everyone all right? Oh, what a day. Millie? No? Not feeling it. Alright, well, that's fair enough. Jan Burb, you had to go to the office. Oh. Ugh. Disgusting. Just absolutely vile. Alright. Welcome to another solo spotlight. I don't even know what one we're on now. Because I've played quite a few of these. But today I am going to be playing a game called I Crave the Loop by John Boyle. I forgot to do the thing. I always forget to do it. There we go. Yes, it is a solo cute horror roguelike RPG. You are essentially eating your snack before a cat-like eldritch critter catches you and eats it themselves. So you get to choose what kind of person you are, you determine what the creature is that pursues you, and then you have to feast and flee your way across a map in order to hopefully manage to finish your snack before you are caught by your very own eldritch Millie. Isn't that right? Actually, no word of a lie. because of something that I'm about to tell you that's in the rules of this game, I brought some chocolate up with me. And Millie 100% thought that the chocolate was a treat for her, and she just was following me around the whole place, and I was like, you are being the cat in this game right now. This is just me trying to eat while Cass is around, to be honest. Exactly. We all know a cat. We all know a cat that when you start eating food thinks that you're eating the food that is meant for them. And that is literally what this game is about, except this cat is not a cat as such, just behaves and looks a lot like a cat. It is in fact some kind of eldritch void being. Lily. Oh, she's not sulking anymore. Not now I've shook the treat packet. Just gonna get you off my back for a little bit. There we go. We have those. Treats for Millie. There you go. There you go. Alright, so this game I'm super excited to play for a variety of reasons. But the one that really has me excited is the one that I read in the rules today, where you get to actually use a real-life snack to measure your progress. And as soon as I read that, I was like, this is the game for me. Because I get to eat chocolate while I'm playing this game. So that's probably the biggest exciting part for me. But let me read out the kind of premise for you guys to have a listen to. So, the hour is late. You thought it would be a simple late-night bite, that you might escape the attention of the creature that craves only your witching hour snack. Perhaps this time it will not wake from its terrible slumber. Perhaps this time it will not slink from the spaces between spaces, yowling its need for your sugary loops. Perhaps this time you will not snack in grim flight from its hungering gaze. Perhaps. You poured the cereal and closed the fridge. You enjoyed no more than a single spoonful when you felt it in your teeth as much as you heard it ring inside the walls. An echoing meow, or haunting chorus of the many, the hungry, the otherworldly. It chills your blood, it pricks your skin with goose flesh. It annoys the hell out of you because you just wanted to eat your totally not cursed snack in your totally not cursed house in peace. But the chase begins anew. You have the loop, but for how long? The creature comes, and its craving will not be denied. Each crunch of sugary breakfast cereal brings you closer to snack nirvana, but it also draws the creature nearer. Can you finish your food before your time is up? Before it is upon you? Flee while you have yet strength. Each step another spoonful, another second further ahead. Will you finish your snack, or will the one that hungers devour you? Frankly, it's unlikely. That chonky little ghost just wants your sandwich. And your sandwich it will have. Is that not, like, the best premise of a game that you ever heard? Totally not cursed. Totally, we swear. Hello, Nox! How are you doing? Oh my goodness, Nox, it's so good to see you! Oh, I'm so glad to see you here joining me for this very not cursed adventure with very not cursed snacks in a very not cursed house. Being chased by an absolutely normal cat. I'm very excited for this. I've been kind of reading up on it today, just to try to get my head a little bit around the rules. And the focus for this one is a little different to my usual games. I play a lot of journaling games, but the focus on this one is actually a little bit different. It's more about the kind of like the movements and the strategy of it. So we will mostly be focusing on a map and me moving around the map and a certain creature moving around the map. It's a little bit like if anyone has played, well, I know at least one of you in this chat has played Bar the Windows, Bolt the Doors. It's a little bit like that. You're kind of moving around the map, you're choosing an action to do, and as you do that, then the creature also makes its move, and you basically kind of take it in turns, but I will be controlling both, and I must fairly play from both perspectives. It does say that there is an option to play 2-player, so you can have someone playing the creature while someone else plays the person, the accursed. But I've gone solo for this one. I think it's fun to just have a look at this solo and just kind of have a little read through. So let me just kind of show you where I am at. Let's start with the writing. So like I said, there's not going to be so much journaling. I'm not going to really be focusing massively on let me just give some enter so it is. Yeah, I'm not going to really be focusing massively on like what's happening. It's more going to be this viewpoint, my lovely playmat here that I have created. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be using to kind of track how I'm doing. As you can see, I've picked a map already. I have already also picked my character's origins, and I have picked the creature type as well. But I will quickly go through those with you, just because those are the first things that you kind of pick, and I'll let you know like what that looks like and everything like that. And then we'll get into the game itself. Hi all, I'm doing all right. Got some medical stuff going on, but other than that, down to vibe. In all honesty, Nox, I can completely relate to that. And also, I'm also here for you being down to vibe. Vibing is good. I hope that your medical stuff kind of goes through as easily as it can do, and you know I'm always about to talk if you ever want to talk about it. But do I have to beat anyone up or remove any limbs? Jen is also here to you know, do something terrible to something if that is a required thing. Jen is ready to be the one locked up in prison for any one of us, and we all appreciate that. Cool. So let's go back to the writing portion real quick, and this is basically where I've done like character creation essentially. So my origins, I have chosen the night owl. I'm trying to remember how many did I have to choose from. So I had origins, yes. To the creature, you are the vessel for a delicious feast, but you're more than that, and you've got a few tricks up your sleeve to prove it. Each of the origins below provide a bonus as you attempt to evade the eldritch creature pursuing you. Choose one of these options or roll a d6 and compare the result to the options below to determine your origin. So I had a look through all of them. I decided to try to make it as close to me as possible. In my head, I was just like, well, which one of these is me and which one of these is most like Millie when I was choosing the origins and the creature, just because I thought that that would be fun. So I have chosen, you could choose between midnight snacker, night owl, gamer, work from home, third shift, and sleepwalker. And there are a few of those that apply to me, but I felt like night owl is probably the one that applies to me most, because I just tend to just be doing my thing, and then I'll look at the time and be like, oh, it's 2 a.m. Since when? Since when is it 2 a.m.? And then I'll like not be able to wake up in the morning as a result. So that felt very night owl to me. So what that gives me is that when I roll on the items table, I can spend azumis, which are kind of the things that you amass, to roll another d6 and choose which result to use. So it gives me a little bit more control over which items I get to pick up, and the items are of course very, very useful in helping me to defend myself against this creature. Strangely enough, nobody to beat up. All medical people have listened and believed me. Incredible. Oh my goodness, since when does that ever happen? Might be getting a diagnosis finally for my seizures. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad, Nox. I'm so happy for you. I mean, not the seizures, but I'm glad that you're being taken seriously. I'm glad that you're being listened to. I'm glad that you are on your way to diagnosis, because I just think that being able to be diagnosed, especially for things like that that are just like constantly affecting your life in such a way, it can provide such closure. So I'm really, really glad. So very, very happy for you. So the creature that I have chosen then is so the creature is an otherworldly being with a singular desire to eat your snacks. This eldritch feline is unknowable, inevitable, insatiable, and kinda cute. It matters not where or for how long it has slumbered. It matters not how long it has been since it last feasted. When it hears the snap of the refrigerator opening, the metallic pop of a tuna can lid, or the simple crackle of cellophane, it wakes and becomes a cereal-seeking homing missile. It is inevitable, undeniable. It will have your loops. It will begin at a certain point, and I have not marked that on the map quite yet. But it's going to come after me, and it has like its own separate turn, and it does its own thing. Again, I could choose between 6 different options. It that devours, it that hungies, it that fits, it that yaks, it that pounces, and it that lurks. I chose it that lurks because I felt like that most represented Millie. Because no matter like where I am in the house, I'll just like suddenly look up and she'll just be like sitting there just looking at me, and if I go anywhere in the house, moments later she'll be there, and sometimes she arrives very quietly. So I feel like it that lurks is the thing that kind of like makes the most sense for her. But some of the others could definitely apply to her. Give her a pom-pom and she will definitely become it that pounces. Map-wise, I chose, well, we're not into October yet, but we are into autumn. It's getting colder. It's getting towards kind of scary season. So I have chosen the Halloween house. Every kids must visit on Samhain evening. The plastic bones stir, the witch's cauldron bubbles, and the corners respond to the yearly call. It has its own passive effect. This looks like it means I can go up and down trees, which might be useful. When I or the creature move through a space with furniture on it, furniture in it for the first time on our turn, roll a d6. On a 1, an avalanche of decorations buries you and ends your turn. Cool. So I'm guessing that means that if the creature moves through space with the furniture in it, for the first time on my turn. I see. So while it's my turn. So I guess that means that it doesn't matter where the creature is, it will still somehow get to me. That's going to be fun. I'm gonna end up decorations on top of me at some point, aren't I? Cool. Let's kind of cut this off from the rest of that so I can start here. So you can just see what I've just done. I'm gonna head back to the playmat now and kind of show you. So as you can see, this is one of the many maps that come with this game, and this game is so great. It has a variety, it has so much replayability. That's the first thing I'm gonna say that I love about it, reading through it. First of all, even if you were to have just one map, there's so many different items that you could end up with on each of these maps. So many different ways that this could go. And if you're playing as different types of creatures with different types of origins, then this already has a huge amount of replayability. But the number of maps that this has is incredible. There's, okay, is there actually a list that I can just read from? Because that would be really useful to me. I bet there's not, is there? No. Okay, so there is the ranch, the college apartment, the duplex, the daycare, the college dorm, the Halloween house, which is what I'm playing. Honey, I Shrunk the Loop. That was the one I almost went for because you're tiny and you're playing on basically just on kitchen counters, and you are like running around a cluttered kitchen mid-cleaning. Did the creature's influence shrink you, or were you this small to begin with? That's a really interesting one. And actually, that's a really interesting one if you want to play a game where, like, I could see you playing a game where you are playing as, like, a mouse or something. Maybe, like, even an eldritch mouse. Like, you could be like, hey, I'm the eldritch mouse. I've snuck out to get some food. And then the eldritch cat is kind of after you. I thought that was a really interesting idea. You can play at the bouldering gym. Why not? The Renaissance Fair, the acreage, so that's a massive backyard basically, and there's zip lines. You can play, and this one was a huge map, which I again was really drawn to because it's a huge map. The convention, you can just play at a con, which I thought was incredible. The psychology department, such a cool, slightly random assortment of maps, but I kind of love it. And there's a whole page in this that is dedicated to what's essentially called New Game Plus, which if you've played video games before, you'll probably know what that is. New Game Plus is when you essentially complete the game, and then you get to go back into it with like new things unlocked. It says, in order to play New Game Plus, you'll need to complete the game a few times with your entire snack intact. Afterwards, the creature begins to grow wise to your tricks, and escaping it will become more difficult. To play New Game Plus, first, in order to do it, you have to, like, successfully finish your snack on all of the different places. Oh, here is the list that I was looking for earlier. Successfully play a game as all of the different origins. Successfully escape from all of the different types of creature. When you've completed the requirements above, you can start to modify your game. Some options are simple adjustments that make the game incrementally harder, while some make the game just plain weird and will probably break it. I kind of love this. Combine them at your own risk. Choose from any of the options below when you begin the game. There's so many different options here. I'm just even like looking at it now. So like It That Lurks, for example. It That Lurks can now make 2 cat doors in a single room and can use closed cat doors. That's insane. That's a lot. There's like cursed items, expired snacks, single-minded, you no longer get a free feast when you roll it. So like there's different things you can add to the game. Some of my favorite is the ones where when you're actually, because you are actually eating a real snack, you can play it where you must eat a spicy snack or you must eat a frozen snack. I kind of love it. I love this one. In Soviet Russia, creature is you. You can't use items, but the creature can. Oh no. That's terrifying. So yeah, as you can see, or as I've kind of just explained, so much replayability in this game, and I just love that you play through all the different things, and then it's like, that's still not enough. Now you get to play it weirder. Now you get to play it potentially game-breakingly. Have fun. And it's just such a cool game. I'm already enamored by this game, and we haven't even got into it yet. Regarding the map, you can see the map, the little green man next to the little green square, and you can't see my cursor at all, but in the kind of kitchen looking area, that's me. I've placed myself ready, and I will get to roll when we start, where the creature will start, and then I will place the creature. The loops are kind of up in the top right corner. I will kind of get rid of them as I eat through them. I'm going for a short game today. It says it gives you levels based on how many pieces. So it says make it so that it can be eaten within like 10 bites if you want a short, relatively easy game. If you want a more challenging game or a longer game, 15, and if you want like hard mode, 20 essentially. So I have 10 pieces of chocolate here. Well, I actually have more, but I will be playing, and I will eat a piece of chocolate every single time I manage to eat a loop. Let's see how I go with this. I've also got a little thing written for like my zoomies and the creature zoomies. Basically, as we move through the thing, we will amass zoomies and we will spend them as well. So yeah, we'll get onto that in a moment though. So let's see how we start. Let's come out of New Game Plus and actually, you know, do the first bit. So, I Crave the Loop is a game about escaping an insatiable eldritch critter that haunts your midnight munchings. In it, you'll play a character trying to eat a snack while fending off this creature with items around their house. You'll use a real-life snack to measure your progress, taking bites when they feast and moving a character token around a map of some snack-filled environment when they flee. If you and your character can finish the snack before the creature catches you, it slinks away defeated. But if it catches you before you finish your snack, your food is forfeit. If you've ever played Keep Away with a snack against a particularly food-motivated pet... Yeah, I'm looking at you. That's the kind of energy we're bringing to the table here. So, what you'll need to play... You will need a snack. I have the snack. You will need this book on one of the included maps or a virtual one. Something to write with, something to write on. I have those things. And 3 to 5 6-sided dice. I have 5 of them. I have also got tokens on the map to represent myself and to represent the creature. You need a snack of some kind to play. For the purposes of this game, we refer to the character's snacks as loops. It doesn't need to be a sugar-loaded breakfast cereal. It can basically be anything that takes more than a few bites to finish. So I've basically just got little bites of chocolate. Your loops will basically serve as a clock that signals the end of the game. When your character feasts, you eat 2. Your goal is for your character to eat all of their loops and for you to finish your snack before the creature reaches them. So basically, I've got to finish my snack before Millie gets me. Just looking out the window at the moment. I think it's fine. If you manage to finish them, your character has successfully eaten their whole snack. On the other hand, if the creature catches you before you finish your snack, the game is over and you have to throw your snack... Oh, wait, what? Oh, just kidding. Finish it like a cat at dinner time who, judging from their protestations, have never been fed in their entire life. Oh, well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. The size of your snack affects the length of your game. Yeah. Short, easy game. Choose a snack you can finish in about 10 bites. So, I've already kind of gone through that. It does say that you don't have to eat as part of gameplay. You can just basically use tokens and remove each token every time you feast. That's also a way of doing it. So you do not have to eat, but I am going to because I enjoy chocolate. So So then, on your turn, you may choose to feast or to flee. Essentially, I can either choose to feast, so consume one of my loops, and mark a snack at my current position on the map. You and the creature each gain a zoomies. Or I can flee, and I roll 1d6 plus any additional zoomies dice I want to spend. Move a number of squares up to the total of this dice roll. If you roll 1 or more 6s, you may also feast with neither you nor the creature gaining zoomies. Also, don't mark an F on the map. Okay. Okay, the creature always moves on its own turn after yours, rolling 1d6 plus any additional zoomies dice it wishes to use. When you feast, your character takes a bite of their loot, and so do you. When you feast, you leave behind crumbs for the creature to follow. Mark an F on the map at your current position. You also gain a zoomies as your snack fills with energy. Whenever you feast, the creature gains 1 zoomies too, desperate to catch you and claim your loops. Unless you're closer, they're lured to this mark when they move. Okay, so zoomies then. So zoomies... Oh, okay, so it's basically just an extra d6. And so some items, some events, some origins will also allow you to spend zoomies for other effects. I cannot have more than 2 zoomies by default. Items, events, and maps can modify my maximum zoomies. Okay, so that's quite important. The creature can't have more than 3 zoomies by default. So they can go a little bit faster than me. Interesting. Let's mark that then. Let's mark that now. So can I make this? Yeah. So my zoomies, it was something out of 2. And creature zoomies, for now at least, is something out of 3. So it can't get any, it might be able to get bigger than that. But that involves me finding an item or an event or something that makes that happen, essentially. Cool. All right, and then in terms of the map, then, so the maps have their own passive effects. Map represents a place where snacks can be found, whether it's a house, dorm, apartment, or some other place with a snack cabinet or refrigerator. Whatever it is, it's now the backdrop for a desperate contest between you and an eldritch creature that wants your food. Each map has 4 zones, and you can quite clearly see them marked on the map. So they're each like room, as it were, is numbered. So on the left of the map, the bigger portion, there's like the inside bits that are marked as 1. That's zone 1. And then outside in the garden, the front garden, I believe that's supposed to be the front garden, is marked as 2. And the back garden is marked as 3. And then upstairs is marked as 4. So that's the kind of 4 zones that the house is divided into. Each zone includes multiple rooms. Each zone corresponds with a table of items that can aid you in your snack-filled flight. That's cool. I really like that. Perhaps you could distract the creature with a laser pointer, or perhaps your favourite plushie leaps to your defence and punts the creature into another room. Okay, so quick little thing here. The idea is that when you think on this, you think of it as if you were thinking of like a cartoon. So the way that the creature moves and everything, it is supposed to be an eldritch sort of void of energy, even though some of its behaviors replicate that of a cat. What that means is the way that some of the language that's used in this might touch upon people's lines and veils if they don't like harm to animals. I will certainly not be going into any detail in terms of that, because that's not something that I'm kind of into. But the term punts is used to represent a forceful movement of said creature, and I'll probably just kind of leave it there in terms of actually describing it. But if you in any way don't appreciate or like that, then please do feel free to move on to another stream. I would rather you protect your headspace. I haven't got anything here in terms of anything else that could come up safety-wise, but I think that's probably going to be the main one. Hello, Millie. Yes? I know. It's all very exciting, but I've got to play the game. Oh. Oh, dear. She's upset with me now. She's upset now. Why are you going to leave me? You're not going to play with me? Okay. So, very important on the map. Black lines represent impassable terrain. Grey lines or objects represent furniture, terrain, or other parts of the environment that are traversable but will slow you down as you climb over, crawl under, whatever. It costs 2 movement, basically, to enter each cell that has that. Red areas. I don't think that this map has any red areas. No, it doesn't. It has the little, like, what looks like diagonal glasses, which I'll get to in a second. But they are eldritch barriers, red areas. And this one doesn't have those. The little glasses symbol on the map, or like, yeah, I guess it's like a little glasses symbol, but it represents cat doors, which the creature uses to traverse great distances within the house instantly. Any cell-shaded green marks the source of your snack. It's usually a refrigerator, unless your origin said otherwise. Begin the game next to a green cell on the map. If a map has multiple green cells, you can choose which you start next to. Cool. Alright. The creature arrives through a cat door between worlds. Space warping eldritch portal grants it entry to your home. Alright, it always starts on a cat door, and I'll have to roll that momentarily. Alright, so you know what? Let's get into this, and we'll see how far we get. So I'm going to start my go. I think I'm gonna just feast, to be honest. The creature hasn't arrived yet, so I feel like this, and I want to start building up my zoomies. So I feel like this is a good turn to just for me to just feast and grab a zoomie, but it will give the creature a zoomie as well. So let's do that. Where are we at? So let's go 1 out of 2 for my zoomies, 1 out of 3 for the creature zoomies. I'm gonna eat a little piece of chocolate here, and this is going to mark my first loop. So what I guess I could do is I could just move this down, couldn't I? So this is my first one, and that's gonna go there, and let's position it backwards. Okay, so I can still pick up me. So that's that going there. Eat my first bit of chocolate. I've just realised that this means I will be eating on camera, which some people might not like. I've just made you hungry. Alright. Let's head over to the writing real quick. So. I feel like let's build up a little bit of a story here, just to kind of get into the zone. I feel like what I want the story to be for this is that Halloween is coming. The house is decorated. We're all ready, but it's not Halloween time yet. It's the night before Halloween. It's the 30th of October. And I am going down, and despite the fact that I've been told that the candy is guarded by it will be guarded. I am going down and I'm trying to sneak a piece of candy before Halloween, and this is going to be to my detriment. So let's just quickly set the scene. Well, I can't say that I wasn't warned. It's the 30th of October, and we've been preparing the house for Halloween over the weekend. All the decorations are up, and the fridge is filled with candy for trick or treaters. That will no doubt be coming tomorrow. The fridge is filled with candy for trick-or-treaters that will no doubt be coming tomorrow. I am alone. My friends told me not to touch any of it, which was kind of rude. And also means they know me well. They did say they'd put some precautions in place, though, to make sure it all stayed in the fridge. They explained it all, but I kind of zoned out. So I probably shouldn't have zoned out. When I arrived the fridge and was faced with sweet treats for the 5th time that hour, I couldn't take it anymore. This is literally me on a daily basis. Why shouldn't I have just a small bite of chocolate? The moment I popped that first hit of sugar in my mouth, cacophony of noise resounded around the house. It sounded like yowling, a cat, or maybe thousands of cats. It was definitely in the house, though. And it's coming for me. Alright. So, let's see. Let's see where this cat's gonna end up then. I'm a bit worried it's gonna end up in a place that's right next to me. It can't actually start in the kitchen from what I can see. But I basically have to roll a d6 now. And there are 4 different places it can start. But if I roll a 5 or a 6... Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 different places it can start. Yeah, there's one outside as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, there genuinely is just 6. Okay. I might have read that from a different map where it says if you roll a 5 or a 6, you get to choose. Okay, so top to bottom then on the first slide. So 1 is going to be that shrub outside, 2 on the porch, 3 in the dining room, 4 in the back garden, 5 in the upstairs bathroom. No, sorry, in the upstairs bedroom, and 6 in the upstairs bathroom. So let's just see where we end up, I guess. Let's pop the playmat up. Yeah, so top to bottom, let's go. We are at number 3, which I believe is the one I didn't want it to be. Fantastic. The dining room right next door. Just brilliant, frankly. Cool. So, let me pop my cat down. Here he is. I quite like him. He's purple and pink. And he's got 3 eyes. And he's occupying that space there. And what that means is it's come through that gate. So now, let me get a little thing actually, because what that's gonna mean in the long run is that little gate is gonna be closed unless the cat spends a zoomie to like open it. But I'll pop that down over the gate once the cat has moved, which the cat is about to do. I have to stay still because I chose to eat a loop. The cat, however, gets to move 1d6 spaces, I believe. It does have a zoomies. Does it have to use the zoomies? I guess not. I think that I will have it not use the zoomies this time around to give my person a little bit of a chance. Creature begins at an eldritch cat door. After you take the first turn, the creature emerges and begins the chase. How it acts depends on which action you took on your turn. If you chose feast, which I did, mark an F at your current location. I've already marked it with a little snack bag. And the creature gains 1 zoomies. Roll the creature's movement die and add as many zoomies as makes sense. I'm not going to have it. I think it's just arrived, so I think its first movement is just going to be it coming out of the gate and then starting to make its way. It moves that many space towards you unless it is otherwise deterred. I don't think it is otherwise deterred. There might be like some maps that have like a passive effect or something that says that it could be otherwise deterred. But I'm not going to do that. So, let's roll a dice and see how many. Haha, 6. Of course, it moves 6 spaces. I think that I'm going to have this creature moving towards me then, I guess. That's terrifying. 1, 2, 3, 5. It literally is gonna get right next to me. Oh, holy shit. How the hell am I gonna get out of this? I'm in so much trouble already. I've just started this game. And already, look. This creature is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's literally... In fact, I could actually literally let it have me right now. But I feel like that would not be a really satisfying game for anyone to watch. So I'm making it take the long way around. But you can put it in any adjacent square, including diagonals. So technically, I could definitely have had that creature just move straight to me, get me straight away, and that would have been the end of it. Boy, oh boy, am I in trouble. Okay, so the creature is right next to me now. Not an ideal first go from my perspective. That cat door is closed, as you can see. I cannot, it's, I shouldn't be able to use it until the creature decides to open it. So I guess I'll write a little bit more in a minute about how that might be making my character feel. Probably not great. I'm having a look at this map, and I think that I think I can run past it and go outside. Or I think that I'm trying to see like where the stairs match up. What I feel like I'm getting is that there's 2 stairs, like there's some in the kitchen and some in the, I guess that's a living room or like an entry hall, that lead upstairs, and they kind of like meet in the middle, question mark. I think that's what I'm getting from that. I'm trying to figure out if it's that or if it's that oh no, look, there's no wall. The ones in the kitchen, there's no wall. So actually, I think they might be stairs down that lead outside. I think that's what that is. And then the stairs that lead upstairs are the ones in the entry hall. Cool. Right, so this creature, yeah, immediately emerges, walks. I don't even think it ran. I think it walked at a leisurely pace towards me. And I think it just poked its head around the corner and just kind of like meowed. And then blinked its 3 eyes at me. And my character is now going to respond accordingly and get out of dodge. Let's have my character... Well, they're going to flee for sure. Roll a d6 plus any additional zoomies dice. Yes, I do want to spend some zoomies dice. I'm going to actually roll 2d6 to try to get as far away as possible. I'm going to move a number of squares up to the total of this dice roll. If I roll 1 or more 6s, I may also feast. And neither me nor the creature will gain zoomies. And I don't have to mark a crumb. Okay. Oh, okay. So if I move backwards, I've left a crumb now on the floor. So the creature will actually, because it'll be closer to the crumb than it will be to me. It will go to that mark, basically. And I'm guessing it will spend a turn. It will like eat that instead. Cool. So let's roll my 2d6. Oh, good. That's good. I rolled a 4 and a 6. So I rolled 10 spaces for me to move. So that's not too bad, is it? So I'm going to actually make use of diagonals. 1. Oh, can I make use? Oh, no, because there's a black line there. I'm going to say no. 2. Ooh. Can I grab an item while I'm here? If it's like if you run through. Yeah. So when you enter a square marked with an I, roll 1d6. Yay! I'm about to get an item. Okay, so that was on 2 out of 10. Cool. I got a 4. And which zone am I in? I'm in zone 1. Oh, but I can roll again because of my origin. So let's roll. I rolled a 4 and a 1. So I get to choose. I get to choose between whatever is at number 4 and whatever is at number 1. So Halloween house. Halloween house. Okay, zone 1. So I can either choose to pick up a spoon, which the effect that is when I feast an additional time. That could be useful. Or I can choose to... I don't think I want this one, because that sounds like a lot of work. It is called a board game, and it is basically Jumanji. You are sucked into a board game. Start a new game of I Crave the Loot by drawing 2 6x6 grids on a piece of paper. That sounds like a heck of a lot of work for this moment. I kind of want to get into the game without getting into this kind of game. And I'm in the kitchen. A spoon makes more sense. So I'm going to grab this spoon. And it means that when I feast, I get to feast an additional time. So let's go into writing. The cacophony died down, and I was able to better pinpoint that it was coming from the room next door. Next door. Saw the shadow of some huge, fearsome creature moving along the wall. Moments later, I was relieved to see that it was just a cat. Goodness knows how it got in. I almost bent down to pet it. Then its shadow jumped up onto the countertop, and it stayed on the floor, blinking its third eye. I ran. As I did, I grabbed a nearby spoon. It's after my treats. I know it. If I can eat them before it catches me, then hopefully it'll go away. Hopefully. Okay, so a couple of things. Because I rolled a 4 and a 6, I just realised that I rolled a 6, so that was for my movement. And when you move and you roll a 6, you get to feast. And you get to feast without like either of us gaining a zoomies, basically. So let's mark that off. So and we don't drop the excuse me, we don't drop the crumb. This is the second time I've Freudian slipped on stream. I'm so tired. Cool. Cool. I just said that out loud. Right. So, let's get rid of one of these then. And I get to eat one. Yay. I'm going to write 0 out of 2 here because I used a zoomies to roll a dice. And I'd only move 2 out of my 10. So let's see. 3, 4, I'm running outside. 5. Yeah, I think I might head towards zone 3 and head towards that tree. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's quickly, I'm just going to quickly write as well. Gained spoon. When I feast, was it when I feast again? And you feast an additional time. Okay, yeah, so I didn't use it for that that one that I just remembered about because I didn't, technically in terms of order of gameplay, I didn't get the, I got that before I got the spoon, so cool. Let's remember that. Okay. Alright, so, cool. So I've had my turn. I'm heading towards that tree. Time for the creature's turn. Now, it is closer to a snack, or to a crumb, I should say, than it is me. So I would imagine it's going to go there and try and eat this. Okay, so if you chose flee, the creature rolls its movement die and moves that many space towards the F on the map. If it reaches the F, the creature feasts upon the scattered remains of your loops and gains zoomies. Okay. So, alright, so you are basically like leading it on a merry dance, I see. Yeah, I might have to eat something while I'm at the like just before I climb this tree. But I do worry about doing that. Alright. I just want to see you the creature. It begins at 1d6, which it rolls every turn. When it moves, the creature uses the same movement roll as you. Passes through space containing an F. It finds the crumbs. Oh, so basically it's just gonna move, like, so that doesn't actually stop it. I was hoping that it would stop it if it found an F, which is like if it found a crumb, but it doesn't. Oh no, that's not good. So cool. The creature then is just gonna roll 1d6. Oh, it rolled a 2. Okay, so it's gonna pass through then, and it's gonna follow me out. So it's gonna pass through here. This is going to disappear, and it will gain zoomies. I think it's gonna go zoomy. It's gonna zoom after me next go, I think. And then let's make it move one more here. Cool. So it got there. Now it is my turn. Should I go a little bit like... Should I flee again? I've already used my zoomies. I kind of want to get more zoomies. If I feast, I get to feast again. So maybe I should do that, and that will mark off 2 of my squares. And then hopefully when I roll for the creature, I won't roll too well. Hopefully. I do need to remind myself. Oh, at the end of the creature's go, I should be doing something. I just realised. Because it has a thing, right? I can create something. If I use a zoomies. Is that a thing? Let's just go back up here and have a look. It that lurks. At the end of the creature's turn, create a cat door in any room that does not have a cat door. If all rooms have a cat door, open a used cat door instead. It that lurks cannot create a cat door in a space you currently occupy. Ah, but I had left at that point. I had left the kitchen. So for its first turn, it could have created a cat door anywhere but the kitchen. Second turn, it can create one in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm gonna have it do that because I should have done that from the beginning, to be honest. Let's get those cat doors in. So is there any space that doesn't have a cat door at the moment? That's not the kitchen. Oh. Moving this is impossible. Here we go. No? I'm too close. Okay. So first. Yeah, these rooms up here don't have cat doors in them. Let's pop a cat door just here. And then second one. I'm going to move that to... Oh, goodness. To the kitchen. And I'm going to say it created one. Created one. Let's say by the stove. Yeah. It's a little cat door by the stove. Got it. So that's 2 cat doors that have been made by this creature. Oh, bloody hell. This thing's going to be able to get about, isn't it? That's not good. Cool. Guess I'm climbing up the tree next. Oh no, I'm going to feast, aren't I? Let's do that. So let's eat a couple more loops. So it just means I can't move with the feasting. When you feast, your character takes a bite. And so do you. Yeah. You leave behind the crumbs for the creature to follow. And you also gain a zoomies. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to gain a zoomies, but so does the creature. And I'm also going to leave a snack bit behind. So let's get that down there. That's going to go there. Backwards. And I'm only leaving one behind, but I am actually eating two because of my spoon. My spoon apparently lets me shovel 2 bits of chocolate in my mouth. So let's get rid of this one. Goodness. I think it was a mistake to bring chocolate up here with me. I've only got 6 left though to eat. I'll be okay, right? Alright. This was such a mistake. I hope it doesn't, you can't hear me chewing too loud. If you can hear me chewing, please tell me. Okay. So, I run round. I've dropped this snack. I'm going to quickly go back to writing. I'm going to move down. I've run out into the garden. I think I dropped a crumb or 2. And that seems to have distracted it. So I shovel a couple more bits of chocolate in my mouth and assess the tree in front of me. I think I can climb it. Maybe I'll lose it. Okay. How clever is this creature? It's probably just going to follow me straight out. I think it will probably zoomies, to be honest, which worries me a bit because it might catch me. But I think it would probably zoomies. So let's see. Let's go back to this playmat. So it has, oh, it has 2 zoomies dice, so I could get it to use 3. No, I'm gonna get it to use just 1 zoomie, so I'm gonna get it to roll 2d6 and come out after me. So it'll have 1 left still, just in case it wants to use that for something else. I'm not sure if it can use it for something else. I'll have to look. Okay. So it did roll a 4, which is quite high, but it also rolled a 2, so it only got 6 spaces. Let's move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's catching up with me though, damn. Okay. This creature is coming out after me. Great. It is my go, and I'm going to head up the tree. Let me just remind myself with the tree. You can spend an extra movement to climb up or down the trees marked with T to move between the ground level and the 2nd story. Also, when you or the creature move through a space with furniture in it, what counts as furniture, I wonder? for the first time on your turn, roll a d6. So what around is furniture? I guess it's if I move through a space that's clearly got like a table or a counter or something on it. But I've been moving around those. Am I not supposed to? Can I just go through them? Ha! Interesting. If I can, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's move me then. So I'm going to roll my dice. Oh, I didn't update this to say that I have zoomies. And actually the creature just consumed a zoomie, so it went back down to 2 because it did get 3 from where I gave it 1, but then it's gone back down to 2. Alright, so, okay, yeah, so the creature will definitely want to zoom around from now. Let's go. Let's see where I get. Should I use a zoomies now? I think if I get up to the 2nd floor, the creature, I don't think it can climb up trees. Looking at this, you can spend an extra movement to climb up or down the trees. I don't think the creature can go up and down the trees. So I think I'm not going to spend my zoomies just yet. I'm going to keep that back. And I'm going to keep this crumb back. And I'm going to just go up the tree and just go 1 dice. So watch this just be a 1 now. It's a 3, that's okay. So move 1 and then move up the tree, which is 2, so that puts me here, and then 3. So then, okay, so then this bath is furniture, right? Right, there's gotta be furniture, right? So on a 1, okay, so I roll a d6, and on a 1, an avalanche of decorations will bury me and end my turn. I see. But that's a 3, so that's fine. I almost, I don't know, there's probably some decorations like over this bath or something, I guess, that could have got me. So I'm now upstairs in this bathroom. And that's where I'm ending my go. This creature is probably going to spend some zoomies because it cannot get up the tree to the bath. It will want that like little crumb that I've left behind, and also I think it's going to head towards a gate. That's what I think it's going to do. So I'm going to, I could have moved and got another item on the way to that tree, but that's fine. I'm going to start collecting more items, I think, because they could be quite useful. Okay, so let's get the creature moving. So I'm going to get the creature to, it has 2 zoomies. I'm going to get it to use all of them because I feel like that makes the most sense, to get the snack and then to start making its way towards a gate in the hopes that it will get to a gate that's like upstairs, I guess, up where I am. Can it just get to a gate that's like in my space? That's in my space? I hope not. That would be terrifying. I mean, I could just go back down the tree again, I guess. I just want to read about the cat gates. When the creature uses a cat door, the entrance and the exit close, rendering it unusable until the creature uses zoomies to open it again. For instance, if the creature reaches an open cat door, but the one it wishes to emerge from is closed, it must spend a zoomies to open it. Okay. Well, these ones are open at the moment. Okay. Let's just see what it's 3 d6 do. 9. Okay, so I've got a 5, a 4, and a 3. It's quite a lot of moving. So it does get quite far. And I'm going to see if I can get it to come into... It doesn't actually say, though, about whether it can go... Can move to any other open cat door in the house. So it could just go to the one in the bathroom where I am. Interesting, interesting. Oh god, that's probably what it would do, you know. In fact, I'm pretty certain that's what it would do. So, let's get it moving. So I've got 5, 4, 3. So 1, 2, 3. That snack is getting woofed up. So I used those 2 dice to bring it down to 0, but then I've just eaten 1, so that brings it back up to 1. Then, so that's the 3 done. So then I've got 9 left to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. Actually, no, it could have done diagonal, couldn't it? So that's 6. That's 6 here. So I've got 3 more spaces after this. So it's going to enter here. Then 7. It exits here. Oh boy, I'm in a world of trouble. 8. 9. Now, I got 2 of these to close off. So it's going to close off. Which one did it use? This one outside. And it's going to close off this one in the bathroom. Okay. 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 And that's the end of the creature's go. It gets to open up a new cat door somewhere in the house that doesn't have one. Let's open one up. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's open it up in this bedroom. Let's open it up just there. Cool. So obviously, my poor character is just climbing through this bathroom window. Immediately sees the creature emerging from... I would really wanted to say the toilet. Just emerging from the toilet. And turns back round. They're going to try to... I think they're going to have to flee. They're just going to have to. I've got a zoomies as well, which I could use to try to get as much ground on this creature as possible. What the good news is, though, is that this creature will have to find a different cat door to chase me through. Because I can go down this tree, but it can't. And so it will have to go for a different cat door to get to me in a different way. So I could actually kind of lose it for a little bit, which is good. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna roll 6. Not amazing, but not terrible. Let's remove this zoomies for a moment. Wait, what? You can see, yeah, cool. I'm gonna go 1. Oh, that's a little bit too far down. So 1, 2. So that takes 2 spaces. And then I'm using the other 4 to run. Run where though? Run where though? I guess I want to start running. Oh, I could go and get an item actually, couldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's gonna take actually, so 1, 2. That's gonna take 2 to enter. So I guess I can get here. And I don't quite reach the item. Ah, bum. Alright, that's fine. I'm here. I've made it here. At least I've made it here. Now, my poor kitty friend has just come into this room. Cannot follow me down the tree. So, it's probably going to head over to the gate in room number 4. I believe that would be the closest gate. Yeah. I think that would be the closest gate. Where's it going to come out from? I would say probably the kitchen. That's going to be the best gate for it to come out from. Because it can't go out into the back garden, can it? Is there one in the front garden? Oh, there is one in the front garden. Which is closer? Probably the kitchen, right? Probably the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say the kitchen. So, creature is going to... It's got 1 zoomies. I think it's going to use its zoomies and it's going to try to head over to the bedroom to start chasing me. Okay, so it rolled a 5, so it didn't get very far, even with the zoomies. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, so I have a bit of time. I have a little bit of time while it's heading over towards getting that gate. That's good. I think what hasn't helped is that the creature has rolled quite well so far. In its chasing of me. I think, should I try to just amass a few more items that I can use? That might help me. So I might continue to flee. Or maybe I should eat. Maybe I should eat and then flee. That'll give it another zoomies, won't it? Yeah. I'm thinking, it's forcing me to think very tactically, which is really good. I have no zoomies. The creature has no zoomies. Basically, Jen, I've been chased halfway around this map. I ended up climbing up the tree into the bathroom. The creature went through one of its special gates to chase me and came into the bathroom with me. So I've gone down the tree again. What I've discovered is that amazingly, though most cats can, this creature cannot follow me up and down the trees, and the gates close behind it. So now it has to spend a zoomies if it wants to reopen a gate, or it has to figure out a different route. So it's given me a little bit of a reprieve because I'm now back down in the garden running and it can't follow me back out that gate, so it's heading towards the gate in the top bedroom to chase me. And it will probably come out of the kitchen, so I've not got huge amounts of time, but that's something. I think I'm going to drop. Yeah, I think I'm gonna feast, because if I feast, I get to feast twice because of the spoon I picked up. So I actually get to drop a crumb, and so then I'll only have 4 more feasts left to go. This spoon has been very helpful, I'm not gonna lie. So let's pop a snack over on top of me here. Position that backwards so that I'm on top, and then delete one as well. Cool. There is an eye right next to me, I know, but I can't move while I'm eating. So I'm eating here. Let me eat 2 pieces of chocolate. Jen, you have to tell me if you can hear me chewing. Do you need me to turn up my volume? I see. All right, so that's going to increase my zoomies by 1. It's also going to increase the creature's zoomies by 1. Oh, did I drop a gate in the creature's last turn? I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. Someone's going to go back and be like, nope, you didn't. That's the one thing I keep forgetting to do. Every time the creature has their turn, they're allowed to put a gate down in a room that doesn't currently have a gate. And if all the rooms have a gate, they can then reopen a gate for free. And I think I keep forgetting to do it. But, well, maybe I've only forgotten once. But it does keep slipping my mind and I keep having to go back to do it. But I'm pretty sure I did it just then. So, okay, so I've just feasted. So now it's the creature's turn. They've just got a zoomies. So I feel like they would probably spend their zoomies. They're trying to get to that gate as quickly as possible. They want to come out of the kitchen gate. So let's roll for them. Ooh, they didn't roll well. This time, this creature is not rolling well. 1, 2, 3. Oh, how did I do that? 4. And then that's gonna put them into this space. 5. They just come out of this gate. So that's gonna close off gate up here, and it will close off the other gate in a minute. Yeah, there we go. So they've just appeared in the kitchen. All right, let's do a quick writing update before I make my next move. So maybe I'll lose it. Oh, I haven't updated this. So as it turns out, the damned thing can travel using some kind of weird shadow. Because some kind of weird shadow. Can we get rid of this now? Cool. Sorry everyone, I got distracted there by a bot. So as it turns out, the damn thing control using some kind of weird shadow portal sister. No sooner
had I climbed into the bath, it emerged from behind the toilet, and I knew I was going to have to be smarter. That said, I did notice that its portal closed after it. Perhaps if I'm clever, I can outwit this thing. It let out a screech of frustration as I dropped back down the tree, and I can hear it yowling as it makes its way across the house. It's probably looking for another portal. I think one opened up in the kitchen, so I don't have much time. I'll use it to eat. I know it wants the food. I just have to eat it all. Okay. Alright. Let's head back. So I've got to try not to get eaten by the eldritch cat. I'm not going to get eaten by the eldritch cat, but my food might. Let's see if I can. So, my last go, I feasted. Oh, that creature zoomies is gone as well, because it used it to try to get to the... That managed to get to the portal with it. Okay, so I'm going to use this opportunity to actually use my zoomies, and I am gonna just run, I think. And I'm gonna run upwards. Yeah, past the tree and towards like the front of the house, I guess. So let's just see how far I get with 2d6. Not very far, but 7 spaces, so not terrible. The first thing I'm going to do... that's not going to get me far though, is it, if I do that? Let's try and gain some ground. I'm going to ignore this item here, and I'm going to just try to gain some ground on this thing. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is going to cost me 5 and 6 to get into this grey space to get around this thing. And does that count as furniture? Maybe. And then 7. So I'm running quite far away from it now. Let's see what the creature does. I think that the creature... Well, the creature's going to come after me, obviously. It doesn't have any zoomies. Neither do I, currently. It's going to roll a d6, I guess. I think it would go for, because it's closest, like on the map, it's closer to the snack. So I think it's gonna go for the, just about, but I think it's gonna go for the snack first. And come around that way, so it has 3 bits of movement. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's coming out the back, it's heading for the snack. And it will kind of follow me upwards, I guess. I will... Shall I feast? Or shall I try and get... I'm going to try and go... I think I'm going to try... I'm just going to try and flee and go for another item. Because it's distracted by the snack for a bit. And if I feast, it will get some zoomies. So let's let it get that snack and get the zoomies that way first. And I'm going to see if I can get a cool item that will help me. Cool. Just about made it. 1, 2, 3. I landed on an item. So, because I only rolled a 3, by the way. What item do I get? I am in zone 2. I just realised you could not all see the playmat right now. Yeah, this is where we're at. So you can see that my little man has moved up. Sorry, to zone 2 a little bit further, and the creature has started making their way around. It was closer to the snack, so it started making its way towards the snack, the little crumb that I've left behind there, and then it will chase me upwards, I imagine. Freshly zoomified. Which is not great. But let's see what item I have just got. So, zone, did I say zone 2? Zone 2 I'm in. Zone 2 is the... so zone 1 is indoors. Zone 2 is the... Oh, zone 2 is the front... Oh yeah, that makes sense. Zone 2 is the front yard. Cool. Oh, I think that the grey does count as furniture, even though it's clearly shrubs. So, but anyway, let's see what I roll. 5. Pile of bones. Draw a bone in a square on the map. Then discard this item. When the creature is next to it or in this space, Mr. Bones assembles and punts the creature 2d6 spaces. Okay. Okay. In a square on the map. Okay. So I can basically choose any square on the map. That's cool. I do like that a lot. And it's a bone that it wants. So let's get a little like bone. A little bone picture to put somewhere. Okay, so any square on the map. I feel like I need to put it... Oh, that reminds me, I need to close off where it came from as well. And I need to put another gate down where there isn't one. So let's put one in this room here. Let's put one here. I must remember to give this thing its gates. This bone, where should I put it? I think to get to me, if it's following me round now, I think to get to me, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna do it there. I'm gonna do it there. Yeah. Actually, let's do it there. Because it has to go that way, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. So Mr. Bone's going to go there. And I just about made it there. Cool. Let's roll again for the creature then. So, creature is heading over towards its snack. Let's see if it actually gets there. 5, it might do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does. So let's get rid of that snack, shall we? So it's eaten its crumb. It's gonna get some zoomies. And it's got me in its sights, everyone. It's got me in its sights. It's the end of the creature's go. Now, I think I now have a gate in every possible room. Oh, no, I don't. I have one more room, which is the, like, landing upstairs. So let's pop one more gate down, and that's going to be up here. So now I have one in every possible room. And that doesn't bode well for me, quite frankly. But that's okay, because it's actually stopped it from reopening gates up until this point. Which is good. Okay, so it's got me in its sights. Oh, do I run? Do I run? It's the closest way it can get to me where it is right now is I probably should feast, right? Because it's gonna head for me now, and Mr. Bones is gonna assemble and kick it or do something to it, punt it across the map, as it were. So they're gonna have a scrap. Yeah, I'm gonna feast. I'm gonna feast. I'm gonna feast. So let's pop a crumb down. I'm enjoying this choice of music I've come up with. It feels good. And then I get rid of one as well, because I got to feast again. I get to actually eat some more chocolate. I'm actually starting to feel like, not sick, but this is quite a lot of chocolate I'm consuming. I've only got 2 left. I've only got to feast one more time, guys, and then I've actually won. So I think I've got a good chance here. All right. Creature's turn. It's obviously going to come straight for me. Let's see if it gets there. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it hits Mr. Bones. And Mr. Bones punts it across the map. By how much though? I'm trying to remember. 2d6 spaces. So Mr. Bones is going to say, no thank you. And by the power vested in Mr. Bones, let's roll 2d6. Okay, 7. So 7 this way. So I'm going to just go like in a straight line. And I'm going to say, Okay, let's get rid of Mr. Bones because you've done your thing, but thank you for your service. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Cool. That's the end of the cat's turn. However, it does get to open up a gate that's closed. And I feel like the one it would go for is probably this back garden one, because that's quite close and then it can maybe come behind me. I think that's what it's going to try and do. Yeah, that's what I feel like it's going to try and do. So it's going to open up that that one behind in section 3. I only need to eat one more time. I could technically just eat again. But where would the fun be? And where would the fun be in that? The creature actually has 0 zoomies right now. Oh, this could be a mistake. But I could try and like run around the front of the house. Oh, did I give myself... No, I didn't. The creature doesn't have 0 zoomies, it has 1. Because I should have given myself and the creature zoomies from eating. My apologies. So I could try and run round. Or I could just end this here. To be honest, I really just wanted to show you guys the mechanics, as I always do in these solo spotlights. What time was it? This didn't take me too long to play. And this was pretty fun. Let's, do you know what? I think I've done a good job of showing the mechanics. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna feast. Because I can. And that will end the game because I can eat twice because of the spoon that I'm carrying. And I only have 2 lots of feasting left to do. Oh, actually, is there a rule? Is there a rule that says I can't feast while standing in the same spot? That could change things. Or like, oh, you can't feast twice in a row. Because that could change things. If you choose to feast, you do not move. It doesn't say. It doesn't say I can't. I'm just wondering if there's anything, because there's nothing really nearby. Like if there was an item thing kind of nearby, well, I guess there is. It might take me a little while to get it. I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna feast here, and I'm gonna say that I have won the game. So let's head over to our little writing thing, and kind of just like tap down what happened. So running from the tree, I took a moment to eat some. I know, but this is actually, so let me think. When did I last finish one? Dragon Dowser. I finished my round of Dragon Dowser actually, but that was because I found the egg like pretty much straight away, which is very rare to do. That was the last time I finished a solo spotlight game in one go, and the only other time I've done it is when I played Mountaintop Isolation. Yeah, Mountaintop Isolation, Anya's game, and I managed to finish the game then. But that was a Wretched and Alone game, so that is not as surprising either. And that was because I just sent the tower tumbling. And I think when I played Outliers last week, I think if I'd have made the tower topple then, I probably would have finished. I would have finished the game then too. But yeah, this time around I've managed to do it. It's not that surprising. I picked up an item very early on, the little spoon item, and that was incredibly helpful. It did mean that it sped up the game considerably, because I was playing on like easy mode basically, and so I only had to eat 10 pieces of chocolate, and I managed to pick up an item that lets me eat 2 things at a time. So I only really needed to stop and feast like 5 times maximum. So that made it much easier for me. Otherwise, I probably would have finished still this go or this, but I probably wouldn't have finished quite so quickly. But let me finish this journaling, and then I will give you some thoughts. So I'm sure you had to remember to eat some of the chocolate. I have not got much left, and I can feel myself. I can feel the creature getting agitated as its chance to snack grows slimmer and slimmer. I predict it will use the portal in the kitchen to come out after me. The spoon I found was very useful, and so I run towards the decorations, the front garden, hoping I'll find something to help me. As I get there, I realise that the creature must be having a strange effect on some of the things in the house. All of our decorations are moving as if sentient or alive somehow. Mr. Bones, my favourite of all decorations, dances idly, and I call to him. Can you hear me? Help me out, will you? stumbling over towards the back garden. Shortly after, the strange cat-like creature comes racing out the kitchen back door and towards me and Mr. Boat. He kneels down and stretches his arms out, and the moment that the creature gets near him, he grabs it with the confidence of a cat owner that knows they can't be scratched. Begins to run in the opposite direction to me. It's a good few meters before the cat wriggles out of the skeleton's grasp and he falls inert. The cat looks at me. I look at the cat. And I eat the final mouthful of treats. The air is filled with the sound of an aggravated, disappointed hiss. It crackles and pops, and the creature slinks into a nearby bush. The shadows consume it.
All right. So we'll leave it there, I think. As you can see, not as much journaling as I normally do, but this one was not really about the journaling. It was more about like kind of the strategy of the game itself, and moving around the map and figuring out the route. And that made it really, really fun. Like I said, so first of all, I'm really impressed with the system of this game. It's a very, very simple kind of cycle of turns. So you'll go, the cats go, you'll go, the cats go. I really like that it's not been overcomplicated, first of all. There's very little to remember. Obviously, I had some moments where I was like, oh, am I supposed to? Did I do this thing? Kind of thing. But that's just because I'm just learning the game for the first time. All in all, this is a really, really simple game to figure out. And once you have it figured out, like, you will have an absolute ton of fun with it. I really enjoyed kind of like breaking it up with moments of kind of writing it out as a story, as it were. You don't have to do that. Equally, you could just sit there and like journal it out as a proper story and really try to write in some lore for this creature, or a bit of extra lore, I should say. That
lack of capital letters is going to really bug me. I enjoyed the system. I enjoyed like kind of breaking it up, going between journaling a little bit and then kind of reading through the instructions and then heading over to the map and figuring out what I was going to do with my go. The map itself didn't really cause me huge amounts of confusion. There were a couple of things where I was like, oh, is this furniture? Am I supposed to do this? But ultimately, I think the game provides you with enough context and enough understanding of what you're supposed to do. And that's really for you to kind of make decisions on those things. I enjoyed like the sequence of it. I enjoyed how easy it was to... I liked that like it felt like I had options of where to go. Even though for the first couple of goes, I was basically like, that cat was like right up my arse. I didn't feel at any point like, oh, I've already been caught or anything like that. This was really, really fun. And I could see myself playing this again and again and again, to be honest, and trying out all the different maps. I really want to try out New Game Plus mode, so that involves me doing like all the different maps, all the different types of creatures. Yeah, because you've already got like a good number of combinations. You could say I have six replays just from playing as a different person and a different type of creature, and then you've got extra maps to do. And then once you've won at all those, you have all these different modes that you can play in from the New Game Plus mode. So there's plenty of options here to have lots of fun. I really enjoy like the different types of maps there are. I like that there's really big maps. I like that there's difficulty levels based on how many squares. It doesn't have to be chocolate, but like mouthfuls of cereal or squares of chocolate or handfuls of nuts or whatever snack you're gonna use it with it. There's difficulty levels based on how many of those things. So like 10 mouthfuls, 15 mouthfuls, 20 mouthfuls kind of gives you the idea of how long the game is going to be or how hard it will be to complete. It's a really, really, really cool... love a good handful of nuts. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it's a really, really cool game. It's a really cool system. This was really fun. And I was playing it for a couple of hours, or over a couple of hours, I think. And the time went really quickly. I had a really good time with it. So if you want to check out this game, let me just pop it in. So it is by John Boyle, otherwise known as Resident Bard. I think that's where you can find them on the Twitter and such. I know that they also have a Twitch channel, and he's currently designing a game surrounding some goblins. He designs with an artist who I think the name is Brie or Brianna. I need to check that to be sure. Brie Didanen, who also has a Twitch channel, and they kind of have formed Breitbard together. So I think they do like Brie is the artist, and then John does the writing, which is really cool. John has also created some other games, a couple of which are on my list. Terminus is on there, and there's also a game called Beloved I can see, which looks very interesting. So you should definitely check out Jonathan Boyle's Itch to have a look at that. Yeah, he's created loads of games actually, and a lot of them are just kind of really fun, little chaotic. Like there's a little holiday heist, a holiday themed honey heist hack, which is like goblins, kobolds, kobolds and trench coats. That sounds fun. Beloved is a duet game of ritual romance for you and your beloved. Terminus is a tarot-powered ritual storytelling game for 1 or 2 players. Yeah, just loads and loads of fun little games for the magical, the mundane, and everything in between. So go and check out Jonathan's page. And I'm really impressed with like the graphics of this game. Like, even like if I go back to just showing like the game cover, like this graphically is gorgeous, and inside is just as pretty. So I definitely recommend it. I'm gonna head out now. I wonder if there is anyone to raid right now, or if anyone else has an idea of who we could raid. Doesn't really look like there's much in the way of raiding. That's fine. I'm gonna head out now. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Jen. This was really fun. I'm glad I kind of sat and did it. I've been in a little bit of pain today, but it was still really fun to come and sit and play a game. I've missed sitting and playing games. Next week's solo spotlight, I will also have to play by ear. It will depend on, I might have to commit to something. Unfortunately, real life admin and stuff has to take precedence. But if I can, I will be playing on Thursday. If not, I will find a different day next week to play. And through my own foolishness, I managed to lose my for small creatures such as we little solo spotlight stream. I thought I had exported it over to YouTube, and it turned out I had not, and I lost it. So what that means is I will be playing the game again, and that is most likely what I'm going to be playing next week. I have actually given myself time to be very, very busy with it. I've been using an online system, or like little writing website called Campfire, which a lot of people that have played for small creatures such as we over on Anna's Discord kind of recommended as a place to organise all their information. And I used it, and I've made little pit crews for the characters. I'm very invested in that game, and I can't wait actually to kind of, I want to play it again. I'm going to take everyone through, like, briefly through kind of the character creation and how I got to where I did with each of my characters that I made during the first time that I streamed it. And then hopefully we will get a little bit further actually, and maybe be able to get into some combat or find this escaped fugitive that I'm currently bounty hunting for. So I'm very excited to play that game again and kind of spotlight it again. And this time I will definitely remember to save the VOD. But other than that, I think it's just that, and then I'm hoping to get back into playing some video games very soon. I've not come up with any particular times. Potentially this Sunday, but we shall see. We shall see if that happens. Because Theros is not back until next Sunday. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. This has been an absolute blast. I hope you are all having a wonderful time zone wherever you are. And I'm going to head off now and say Jen's favourite thing for me to say, which is cheerio. Bye-bye.